Hello everyone, I'm Animesh and welcome you back to a fresh episode of the Financial Video Blog. Do you know guys, in the last year and a half, there's one sector of equity that has delivered more than 212% return. Yes, you heard me right, more than 200% return. So in this particular video blog, I shall cover the basic details of this particular sector, the reasons of this superlative performance and the future roadmap. This sheet corresponds to the different indices of the Nifty which has performed and their returns ranging from 6 months to 5 years. The indices that are covered are Nifty Metal, Nifty Commodity, Nifty 50, Nifty Pharma and thereabout. आप जैसा देख सकते हैं, in the last 1 year, both Nifty Metal and Nifty Commodity has delivered almost 212% and 99% return, while the Nifty 50 has given the 61% kind of returns. The nearest competition to metal is only Nifty Small Cap, which is around 141%. So the sector that I was talking across is the metal and the commodity space that has outperformed the entire indices of Nifty. Now it is very important to also understand the reasons behind the superlative performance of both these sectors. Post the economic recovery and acceleration in the reopening phase, both these sectors have taken the maximum benefit. There has been a huge fiscal stimulus that has been provided to the economy. To give you some perspective, US till date has pumped in close to $1.9 trillion of money, which is equivalent to almost 27% of their GDP, which is huge. Also, the best friend of commodities and metals are inflation. After this huge fiscal stimulus, inflation has been inching upside and no central banks across the globe has still shown any concerns about taming this rapid increase in this inflation. So as and when inflation is rising, this is also helping the entire returns of both these commodities and metals. Even the credit analysts have still given an upside of close to 89% for the financial year 22. Copper and steel are the two major pillars of this entire run-up in the entire returns of these commodities and metals. For copper, there are primarily two basic reasons why this sector has seen a huge upside. In order to curb pollution across the globe, all the major economies have started utilizing towards renewable energy and have tried to move towards the use of electric vehicle. Also, the price of rare metals has almost increased by 90% because of the end utilization of most of the power grids. The increase in steel prices is more or less because of this Chinese factor. China of late has started manipulating the entire supply and demand of raw materials in order to control the production of steel and aluminium. Beijing has gone one step forward by announcing a host of measures to control the production of steel in order to reduce the pollutions and the inorderly constructions which the city of late has been witnessing. How to invest in this sector? There are only two ways one can invest. Either one go through the direct stock route, where they have to do all the due diligence at their own, do all the planning of the timing and the exit, do all the sector study. Or the other way around is invest to the MF route. I believe, in my opinion, one should go through this MF route because of the factor that there's a customized portfolio that will be given on the platter. There's a fund manager who does all the due diligence of the portfolio. So in this space, ICICI Prudential Commodities is one fund that one can look across. The Excel sheet corresponds to the underlying portfolio of the commodities fund. Tata Steel corresponds to close to almost 8.5% of the portfolio, which is followed by SAIL, which is around 7%, which is again followed by Vedanta. So I think this portfolio is very much suitable for people who are looking for exposure towards the commodities and metal space. The underlying AUM of this fund is close to about 380 odd crores. Just not last 1 year, even the 6 months return is almost being 90 odd%. Even the performance of the underlying ICICI Prudential Commodities Fund has been superlative. In the last 1 year, the fund has given almost 188% kind of returns. This particular graph corresponds to the performance of this fund vis-a-vis the benchmark. The blue line corresponds to the ICICI Prudential Commodity Fund and the yellow line corresponds to the Nifty 50. As you can see, there has been huge divergence in the portfolio of the performance. In the last 1 year, while the ICICI Prudential Commodity Fund has delivered almost close to 188% kind of return, while on the other hand, Nifty has delivered close to 99% return. So there's a huge difference of almost 80% returns in absolute numbers. Further, this graph talks across the performance of the commodity fund of ICICI vis-a-vis benchmark, which is Nifty commodity. The yellow line corresponds to the ICICI Prudential Commodities Fund and the blue line corresponds to the Nifty commodity. As you can see, This graph pertains to the last 1 year or so, and there's been again a huge overperformance vis-a-vis the benchmark. Just for the sake of understanding, if someone would have invested of 10 lakh rupees in the month of May 2020, as of now, this value would have been grown to almost 29 lakh rupees. So there's one more further disclaimer. The intention of doing this exercise was not to promote any particular fund, but just to give the idea about how the different sectors are doing, and the suitability factor of these underlying funds has to be done by each individual investor at their own. The taxation of this fund is equity, which means that any gains which in excess of 12 months will attract 10%, and any gains in excess of in less than 12 months will have a short-term capital gains of and we will have to pay tax at the rate of 15%. This is a very high beta sector, and any individual that who does not want any major volatility in the performance of this underlying mutual funds or stocks should stay away from this. The two major factors that will decide the future roadmap of this performance of this sector, the China and the inflation. China is such a closed economy, no one can forecast about the future course of action. We do hope that all their policies doesn't help the overall return, but no one can predict about their next course of action. The second factor is the inflation. We can always gauge the action of the central banks, whether they are going to control the inflation numbers, and as and when this starts happening up, it is at that point of time one should be cautious and should exit, because as and when the central banks start taming the inflation, they will introduce measures like quantitative tightening and taking away the liquidity, which is not good for this underlying commodity and metal sector, and they will start delivering negative returns. So I think these two things can be a roadmap which can give you some idea about how the entire sector shall perform in the days to come. So that will be all from my side, guys. So do subscribe, share, and do drop in your comments about the content of your video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.